Welcome to Mind Over Markets. I'm here to share a story, not just of trading, but of a battle. A battle not against the market, but against myself. A story of dreams, losses, and the quiet victories that no chart can show. Like many of you, I started trading with a dream, waking up whenever I wanted, strolling to a coffee shop, placing a few trades, pocketing a few dozen dollars, and living a carefree life. It sounded perfect. Freedom, ease, control. But trading? It's not that simple. It's a war inside your head, where the enemy isn't the market, it's you. Ego, greed, fear, they're sharper than any knife. I threw myself into analysis. Hours spent drawing support and resistance, plotting moving averages, studying Fibonacci, candlestick patterns, RSI, like a scientist chasing the formula for success. I knew stop losses, take profits, trends, but when the moment came to trade, knowledge vanished. Emotions took over, fear of losing money, greed to recover losses, my ego whispering, this time it'll be different. I overtraded, trade after trade, like a machine with no brakes. The more I traded, the deeper I fell. Wins became rare, losses piled up. I didn't see it. I was destroying myself. Until one day, I looked at my account. Zero. A cold, empty zero. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I just turned off the screen, sat in the dark, and asked, where did I go wrong? The answer didn't come right away. It came through sleepless nights, through rereading old trading journals, every wrong click, every broken rule. And when it hit me, it was so simple, it hurt. A good trader doesn't win by analysis. They win by surviving. Survival. It's about waiting for the market to be clear, picking opportunities, not chasing them. Stopping when your mind's a mess, stepping away when emotions take over, knowing what you're doing. I started over, not as a dreamer, but as someone who'd hit rock bottom. No more chasing 90% win rates or hourly profits. I learned patience. I learned to wait. I learned to survive. I met a man, older by a decade, at a small market discussion. No grand stage, just chairs and coffee. He spoke little, but his words silenced the room, not because he was an expert, but because he'd lived our struggles. He said, anyone can analyze. Surviving after a mistake, that's what matters. He told us how he once felt invincible. His account tripled in weeks. He thought he'd cracked the market's code. Then, one night, a gold trade with no stop loss wiped out nearly everything. He believed it would reverse and poured in more money, hoping to recover. The market didn't care. It swept through like a silent storm. What scared him wasn't the money, it was losing himself. For a month, he couldn't face a chart. Price alerts made his heart race, his hands trembling. Analysis didn't save me, he said. Clarity did. The belief I had to survive. His words hit me. Trading doesn't forgive loss of control. You can't trade on chaos and expect your account to breathe. You can't skip stop losses and pray for mercy. The cruelest part? It's all your fault. I remember losing 5 trades in a row. Not huge, but all wrong. I was about to go all in to recover, my hands shaking, chest tight. Then I heard his voice. When you want to recover, you're trading on emotion, not strategy. I stopped, closed the trade, shut the laptop, stepped outside, and breathed. For the first time, I did what I needed, not what I wanted. I didn't win big that day, but I didn't lose more. I kept my account. I stayed in the game. I survived. That moment changed me. Analysis doesn't save you. Discipline does. Clarity does. Your mind does. Good traders don't win by guessing trends. They win by not suffocating when the market turns. They win by stepping away before their heart breaks. The days I don't trade are my biggest growth days. I used to fear flat charts, quiet markets, doing nothing while others won or lost big. I'd open charts like an addict, trading even without a setup, just to feel in control. But I was addicted to the illusion of control. Trading made me feel I could master the market. Standing aside, That made me feel small, useless. But then I learned to watch without acting, to listen to the market, to my heart. One morning, gold was sideways for hours. I watched for 3 hours, placed no trades. I used to call that a wasted day. Now I see it as a quiet victory. I didn't force the market to give me something it wasn't ready to. I started journaling, not just trades, but the days I stayed out. The reasons, the emotions, anxiety, regret, then peace. Not trading is a decision, and every decision matters. The market doesn't always offer opportunities. I don't need to fight every battle. Like a soldier, I wait for the right moment. I once skipped a setup. Signals weren't clear. The price then shot in my predicted direction. Regret hit like a wave. I nearly chased the trade to prove I was right, but I stopped. Asked myself, am I trading for opportunity or ego? I stayed out. That trade might have won, but I grew by choosing the harder path, doing nothing. Now, every day, I look at XAUUSD, take a deep breath, and whisper, I don't need to win today. I just need to not lose to myself. It's a ritual, a reminder that trading isn't about conquering the market, it's about conquering yourself. Survival isn't chance, it's patience. It's checking news, reviewing journals, focusing on each candle, asking, is my mind clear today? Some days, the answer's no. I turn off the screen. That's not weakness, it's strength. The strength to protect yourself. I once saw my account drop to a few dollars. My heart was empty. I sat for an hour, no charts, just silence. But instead of quitting, I wrote, I let emotions win, but I'm still alive. I'll come back. That was the moment I knew I'd continue, as a new person. Traders aren't trained to win. They forge themselves to avoid self-destruction. Now I don't need big wins to feel satisfied. I just need to avoid reckless trades, to not chase emotions, to not prove anything. Staying alive, keeping a cool head, that's enough. To anyone starting out, dreaming big, or hurting from losses, you don't need to win fast. You just need to not fall too soon. Trading isn't about riches, it's about seeing yourself clearly. Every trade is a choice. Choose by principle, not profit, and you've already won. Thank you for staying until the end. If you see yourself in this story, we're alike, learning to survive in this wild, tempting world. Subscribe for more stories of pain, lessons, and how an ordinary person can go far by holding themselves together. Because the best trader isn't the one who wins the most, it's the one who stops losing more.